Plaintiff Angel Render says she and the defendant met at work and became good friends because they were both girly and liked to wear high heels. Angel's suing the defendant because she gave him money for a deposit on an apartment, but he moved someone else in. Defendant Jermaine Williams admits that he has a fetish for high heels, and he often likes to wear them around his home and at work. Jermaine insists he never moved someone else into the apartment, and he's countersuing Angel because he claims she's the one who backed out of their agreement.
Start with you.
Well, I would like to start off by saying first that you're an inspiration to me and my girl. 3 days ago, she just recently received her GD, so I'd like to say that. I would like to start off by saying...
What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I'm trying
Stand up.
I'm trying to go to school to be a veterinarian.
All right, where? Where are you gonna start?
Well, right now I got to go to community college, you know, take my general classes, and then I'm gonna take it from there and see. I might get exposed to something else I want to do, so that's why I'm starting.
All right, good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I would like to start by saying Jermaine and I met at O'Hare Airports. We worked together, and we had it clicked off pretty good. You know, we had a lot of things in common.
Like
I'm
what?
pretty girly. He's pretty girly.
All right. You all
we
discuss what makeup and what's the nice blush?
panties and bras, you know.
Oh, come on, I know. Now, stop. That's not true. Go ahead.
Yes, we would bring heels to work and, you know, practice little catwalks. I was
Come
more
on
like
now.
Tyra
I
Banks.
know
He was
you
like
kidding.
Naomi.
No, she's for real. It's true.
It's true.
It's true. It's true, Your Honor.
You wear pumps to work.
Yes, I do.
4 inches.
4, 5, 6, maybe. I can do it, Honor.
Let me hear your background, sir. All this nonsense. I don't care what sexual orientation you prefer, but walking around with pumps and 6-inch heels, tell me about all this. What's up with that?
Well, I do have a fetish for stilettos. I have a few at the house. Yeah, like to try them on, walk around with them. But, yeah, like...
For him?
Oh, no.
Oh. Stand up. State your name.
Corian Burnett.
What did you want to say?
I was gonna say I don't wear heels.
No, I say for. He wears them for you?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
he wears them for himself. I don't like the heel thing. Plus, my foot is way too big.
All right. Go ahead. I'll let you give some more background.
Well, I had already had a place. We were living together. And Jermaine, something came up about his grandmother was moving or something like that was taking place. He was staying with her. So a discussion came up because my lease was going to be up in about a month or two. That's when we came to the agreement of him getting an apartment and we'll do roommates. So we discussed the money situation or whatever, and he needed $250. That's how me and him came about. So we discussed it, and a week later, I ended up giving him the $250. So he, you know, when he got the apartment, the agreement was at first that we were going to look for the apartment together. However, he went and, you know, found the location on his own, and he just came to work and told me about it and stuff like that. So when I had got the time, I went to see the apartment. I didn't necessarily like the location too much, but...
What was wrong with the location? Just curious.
It was very ghetto, and, like, a lot of guys just hang around the liquor store. It was like right across the street, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
It was perfectly safe for me, though.
You said he was driving by. When you drive by, you said, oh. This might slammed on brakes and said, let me find me a place around here. How did you choose that apartment?
Well, I heard it from my mom because she stayed like a couple of doors down, and I told her I was looking for a 3-bedroom apartment, and she's like, well, let me talk to my landlord. He may have an apartment available. So he found one for me, and it was going to be first month rent and security deposit, which came out to a total of $1,500. And we all agreed we were gonna split it 3 ways, $500 apiece. And I told him by me getting my income tax first that I pay what I can and they'll reimburse me. So I paid my $500, Corey's $500, and half of her, so all she needed to pay was $250. Now, we didn't have no promissory notes or lease.
Hold on. You say the agreement was he was $250 short,
Right.
and he was supposed to pay you
Exactly.
for the $250 that you put
He even
up
said
on
he
his
was gonna
behalf.
pay us back.
You got to
I'm sorry.
stand up and
All right.
ask to speak. What
Can I
is that?
speak?
Uh-huh.
If that's just in the case, he even said he was going to pay us the $250 back. So this is my first time hearing anything as far as me paying him, us paying him $250.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why would you pay on her behalf? She has a partner. Her partner would have
Right.
paid on her behalf and said, you owe me, if she determined she wanted her partner to pay her.
Right,
Do
but
you know why she didn't?
Why?
You know what I'm saying, no?
Right,
You
I get what you're
understand what
saying.
I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, and so that makes more sense. What she's saying makes more sense. Go ahead.
Before it even came up about the, money getting back, paying back, I never moved in the apartment because around the time when it was time for me to move in, it wasn't no room available for me.
His
because
auntie had moved in the apartment.
No.
You have to stand
I'm
up
sorry.
and ask.
His auntie, we called, we were ready to move. Our lease was up, and we got ready to move into the apartment. And we was like, what's up? And he was like, well, my auntie and her kids or something like that had moved into the apartment. So I said, you know what? That's fine, but that's fine. But you need to give her $250 back, and that was the end of it. And we never
And
found.
he agreed to give the $250
He
back?
agreed to it.
Let me hear from you, and then your partner wants to come up and speak as well.
Okay, at that time, I said my auntie might be moving in, but she never moved in. And this was months after, I told him about, she was supposed to move in, that she told me that she wasn't going to move in. So, we was already...
She told you she wasn't moving in.
That's
but
not-
Prior
this was
to you
months.
moving in your aunt.
No, I didn't move in my aunt.
Prior to you agreeing or considering moving your aunt
Right,
in,
because she
had
took so
already told
long.
you, I'm not moving in.
Right, months after we moved in,
Months after who moved in?
me and Corey.
Okay. Ma'am, is that true?
No, actually, he
Why
already
didn't you
knew.
move in
He already
immediately?
knew that
Why
I
didn't you
wasn't.
move in immediately?
Because my lease wasn't up. So he already knew that I wasn't going to be moving in until my lease was up.
You wanted to speak?
Yes.
What do you want to tell me?
As far as the $250 goes, we attempted to get. He had told me that I owe her $250. We attempted to give it back to her. Okay. Every time he went to work to try to give it to her, she wasn't there. He tried contacting her over the phone. No phone. Okay. Now we said,
Why do you
okay.
think she was dodging monies owed to her?
That's what I'm trying to figure out myself.
That's not usually what people do.
I'm trying to figure that out myself. Like, I'm not sure why it was going on, but we couldn't find her. And then she had called Jermaine out of the blue. It was like, okay, well, when can I get my $250? We told her.
Yeah,
I
you
said,
bought
okay.
heels with that money.
Or apple vodka.
What'd you tell her?
We told her, I said, okay, well, you can come pick up the money tomorrow. We'll be here all day. We'll wait for you. The next day, she did not. No phone call, no nothing. Did nobody come and pick it up, period. So my thing is just like, if you knew that you weren't gonna move in from the start, why would you put down $250 in the first place? And we all agreed on it first. Secondly, if you knew that the area was bad, again, why did you put down $250?
But your defense today is that you owe the $250, and the only reason you haven't paid it is because you couldn't find her. Well, the good news is that she's here today.
Yes,
She's
here today.
Can I speak,
Your
Your Honor?
counterclaim for $250 for emotional distress. How does she owe you for that?
Because at the time when we was trying to give her the money, me and
So you
Corey
were
got
stressed
into
out
it.
because you couldn't find her.
So that
We kept calling her. We had the money.
Your Honor, he
We
been
had the money
balling.
to give to her.
we ended up.
That's not
Your
because of
Honor.
us.
Your Honor.
You suffered emotional distress because
we
you
fell out.
couldn't find
Right,
her to give her money.
Because he ended up moving out. And then I was stuck, living in a 3-bedroom apartment.
All right, sir. The definition of emotional distress or the standard that you must meet is that she must have conducted herself in a way that exemplifies outrageous conduct. And that outrageous conduct had to cause you extreme emotional distress, not just being upset. And for the most part, that means going to the doctor and you tell the doctor you something going on with you and you think it's from stress. Like, do you have a tick or anything? Do you do that?
No, I
You don't do that? All right, because then you all right then. It doesn't sound like you have any real issues regarding this distress. All right, your claim is dismissed. You haven't demonstrated emotional distress. You haven't met those standards I just referred to. Your claim is granted because, as you've heard, and as everyone else has heard, the defense is they couldn't find you to give you the money. And so you're here today, so we've solved that. $250 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Hi, my name is Letitia, Judge Mathis, and I would like to know, how do I go about collecting on a judgment that I've won against my tenant for unpaid rent?
Yeah, Letitia, that's tough. A lot of people experience this same problem. You get a judgment and you can't get your money. Well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can send a letter to them letting them know you're going to attach their assets and garnish their check if they don't come up with some type of payment plan for you. And in that case, if they resist, then you can go down to your local courthouse and fill out some forms. Ask the courthouse for the forms that you need to garnish someone's check. And then you can also place a lien on their property. But it's pretty tough, and be persistent. Sometimes you might need to go to a collections attorney as well. Good luck.